Good day. It's crazy. It's been raining for the last, I don't know, forever. Trying to get some stuff done on the LJ, and I think it's late, so I got the garage door kind of half closed. I don't want to disturb the neighbors. Some of them have some young kids. So today we're going to start cutting into the front quarter. This is the old one that I cut off the LJ out of the salvage slash my friend Luis a little while ago. So what I'm going to do is skin it. The intent is to pull this bottom skin off as much as we can off of the subframe behind it, and see if we can match it up to this Jeep, and then see what we need to do to cut and make this thing kind of progress forward. At least that's somewhat of the plan. The skin, basically just what we talked about when I took the fender off the Jeep there. There's these 5 rivets here. I tried drilling one out just to see. I bought these fancy plug weld bits. Not too sure how good they work. I think I got 2 sizes, and I think this size is actually too small. Try the bigger size here. I mean, what the heck? Just a little bit more weld to fill. Not the end of the world. My fear is that looks like it is in there. Oh, there we go. Something happened. There's one. There's that one. And this will be a little easier than I thought. I think I missed the weld a little bit in the rust. There we go. Or the robot just had a bad day and double welded it. Either way. That is all loose. All right. Now we'll keep working around. Okay, when I got this from the scrap yard, I zipped it with the grinder and then cut it with the Sawzall. And I cut a bunch of this inner wall that I don't need, but it was just quicker and easier to do it that way. So I think what I got to do is try and remove pieces of this so that I can get to these bottom welds on the door or on the quarter frame and see if we can get it off. So I got all this seam sealer to deal with too, it looks like. Oh man, this seam sealer stuff's just a nightmare. Wonder if this might be quicker just to cut out. I don't think I'm going to need any of this. Holy. Well, that's just held together by seam sealer. Okay. That I can deal with. So the object now is to get rid of the seam sealer, and the best way to do that is to just try and heat the stuff up and scrape it. It looks like this section is just held on by a bunch of goop in the corner here. I'm taking my time with this because I'm trying to figure out what I need to do on that skin, because I don't have access to the backside like I do here. So it's a little bit of a cat and mouse kind of game. I want to deconstruct it in a way that I can do it, mimic it on the big Jeep. So once you heat this stuff up, it tends to come off pretty easy. Man, did they ever use a lot of it. I think I pretty much got it. There we go. It seems to be broken from there. Holy. My wife's crafts heat gun comes in handy sometime. So I think I got it all out of here. Okay. I want to be gentle on prying on this because I don't want to dent it and be right back to square one. But I think now I'm held up by a weld that's here somewhere, in under here. And I think I just found it. So this section I'm not worried too much about because this is going to remain in the Jeep. So I'm just going to grab the cutter offer tool. No. Okay. Okay, so now that's free. That's free. So now it's being held all up in here. Now that appears to be welded to there. And that's what I don't want to damage. Let's, I think what I'm going to try and do is, nope. Okay, 10mm socket. Okay, now what I'm hoping is this kind of makes sense, and it looks like it's tack welded right here. So let's get all this stuff out of the way. Ooh, this is going to be a struggle. I can taste it. Okay, now that weld goes all the way through right to the skin, so I want to be real careful that I don't pound a hole through there and do something I'm going to regret later. Whoo! That's going to be on there because that's where the door attaches to, so it's going to have some beefiness to it. Get the spider nests evicted. I have a feeling that's weld it all the way down that seam. And likely right to here somewhere. So these welds here on the inner part of the door frame, I'm not wholly worried about per se, because they're on the inside of the door. We'll just weld them, bond them, and paint them, and they should be just fine. But it doesn't have to be, you know, it's not show quality is what I'm trying to say. We're not taking this to SEMA. This is going to the mall and to the beach and to the bush. So I think we're okay. I love magnetized screwdrivers when you're trying to do stuff with metal shavings. They work great. Nope. I already burned through that cheap bit that I bought off Amazon. It's pretty dull, and I only did like 5 of these robot welds. So I went and got the carbide bit out of the toolbox, and this one seems to be doing a lot better. But the problem is when the robot down the assembly line welded it, it's like it welded and then skipped. So there's like a double weld, and it's oblonged. So the round bit doesn't get it all, which means I have to, you know, waller out the hole. And so I've kind of butchered it along here a little bit, but we'll fix that in post-production. Maybe. Slap a bunch of Bondo over it, and I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know where Tanya's craft hammer went. It worked way better than this big ass mallet. Oh, here we go again. Another skipped weld. Okay, here, I'm gonna bring you in and show you this so before I completely butcher it. So you can see the welding machine kind of skipped over to here from here. That one was okay. This one was a double weld, kind of up close to the seam. And then this one's brutal. It was welded over here and over here. Let me point with my magnetized screwdriver. So it was welded here and over here, and there's still a little tiny stick down here in this bottom corner. So I'm just gonna keep trying to work it out. But obviously, you know, this is gonna have to be patched post-production, maybe. We'll see how it goes. There we go. Finally. Okay. Okay. So that's broken from there. That's broken from down there. This should all be free now. From the seam here all the way down to here, I think. Yeah, because that's a separate piece. And then it should be free from here. So really, I think if it puts the lotion on the skin, I might be able to get it to come off. I got to figure out how this is seamed here between the cowl and the quarter panel. Sure, the cowl and the quarter. I got to figure out how this is seamed together. I've seen them apart. I just don't know how they come apart, if you catch my drift. I can feel myself going for stitches soon with all this sharp metal. Yeah, there's some glue type substance. Why? Why? Oh boy. It's welded. It's literally welded. So close. So close. I wonder if I can get a... It's welded. So here's what I learned. Down in here, the way that this is flanged together, I thought it was like a... If you look here, I thought it was a... It's hard to see. I thought it was like a lip that tucked up in. but it's not. It's actually a flanged lip that has spot welds. So I managed to get the skin free all the way up to there. So now what I should be able to do is get a drill in here and drill all those out, and then I should be home free. And that will be the last piece of the puzzle. All right, let's see if we can knock this out here. All right, so I gave up on the lifting of the thing and trying to drill. It just wasn't working. So what I ended up doing was just zipping it right above the seam line that I need and sacrifice that other piece. Didn't really want to, but I'm tired of fighting. So now what I can do is just drill out these welds really easy, and then prep this piece and get it ready to install. And then everything is pretty much good. So the intent now is here, let's bring you closer. So the intent now is I think I'm going to leave this piece on here. This is what I cut from the scrapyard. I want to see how this fits with the new floor plan or new floor pan. I'll clean all this up, and then what I have basically is the skin. So these are the welds that I'm talking about. I just need to cut this off to get this to come loose, and then I'll have a fresh piece that I can Zeus into the other Jeep. So all in all, I think that's gonna pretty much do it for today. This will be a little supplemental. It's getting pretty late, so finish this up, and then on the next one we'll start cutting the panel off the other Jeep. I can't get the floor pan in. I got all the parts and pieces now. Update. They all showed up. So I couldn't get the floor pan in because the way that it's bent. So I need to cut this door piece out, the sill, so that I can get the floor pan in to sit square, and then I can see what else I need to do there. So I think that's gonna do it for today though. Thanks for sticking around. Like, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. I really appreciate y'all and your interest in showing in this. I love hearing your guys' input, and girls. I don't want to exclude anybody. So catch you later. See you on the next one.